My name's Tim Lees. I'm a short story writer and novelist based in Manchester. What I've mostly done over the last few years is play little games with genre concepts, SF, crime, horror recently, with the idea that in genre fiction you can approach big topics, big concepts, but in an entertaining way. I have one book out which is called Gods of LA. That's a crime novel set in the late 60s in Los Angeles. It's available on Amazon. Later this year, the very reputable Tartarus Press, a small imprint from Yorkshire, are bringing out Frankenstein's Prescription, which is, as the title suggests, a sequel to Frankenstein, but it's also my reaction to the deaths of a number of people who were close to me recently, my attempt to grasp mortality, fatherhood, big concepts again. As for influences, I'd name two writers really, J.G. Ballard and Christopher Isherwood. They seem to be at opposite poles, but both of them really are looking at big changes in society from the point of view of outsiders. And I think together they've shaped a lot of what I've done. This is from Gods of LA by Tim Lees. Chapter 1. Brighter Prospects in the New World. Like they say, if God had wanted man to fly, he wouldn't have invented airline food. I'm not good in the air. I'm someone who still thinks he ought to flap his arms to help the poor plane on its way. I can't stand the passivity, the helplessness, the lack of control, or the fact there's 30,000 feet of nothing between me and the Atlantic Ocean down below. Add on the misery I'd been through in the past few weeks, and I wasn't hitting town in great shape, either mentally or physically. We circled over JFK, everyone straining at the windows, cooing at the fairy lights beneath. Well, everyone but me. It's always struck me as a bad idea, naming an airport after somebody who got his brains blown out. Like tempting fate somehow. I sat there, twitching for a cigarette, and trying not to listen to the nasty little voice inside my head, doing its Welcome to America speech. My own personal flight control, talking me into land. You presume a great deal, Mr. Cavill, on the so-called special relationship, do you not? The plane lurched, dropping with a suddenness that had me wishing Dad hadn't denied me all the comforts of a good Catholic upbringing. Hail Mary, full of grace. That you should come to this great nation, Mr. Cavill. Come with the express intent of consorting with subversives, beatniks, peaceniks, and perverts of a sexual nature. So-called artists and musicians, Mr. So-called Cavill. This is not the kind of thing our government approves of, buddy boy. And if I had my way, you'd be back on that plane so quick you'd look like Superman. Capiche? Faster than a speeding bullet. Are we clear? Regrettably, it seems your papers are in order. No doubt your business partner made arrangements, yourself hardly possessing the efficiency or expertise. I think you like to style yourself the leg man of the team, am I right? Whereas in fact, you're actually a bit more handy with your fists and a length of 2x4. I know your record, Mr. Cavill. I also know you spent the best part of Sunday night driving around Camden, waving an empty Scotch bottle and yelling, "Denny!" out the window. There is nothing that we do not know about you, Mr. Cavill. Absolutely nothing. For a country that presumes itself our elder and our better, I have to say, you people act like assholes sometimes. Do you agree? I did. Oh, yes, I did. We touched down without so much as a bump, cleared immigration in time for me to catch a G&T to calm my nerves, then followed lots and lots of signs to my connecting flight, which I almost missed through dozing on the couch in the passenger lounge. Luckily, someone swept me up and shoveled me aboard, whereupon I woke and began to flap my arms. Bring me your huddled masses. Oh, right. Sure. England swung, Paris burned, and Vietnam went up in napalm-scented smoke, courtesy of the self-same military-industrial complex I was even now seeking to join. And did I care? It was a new job, a new town, and maybe, if my luck held out, a new love too. For which the tagline there has got to be, but little did I know.